Well, thanks for joining those of you who are online. I wasn't expecting a huge turnout just because it's Sunday. You've got more stuff to be doing than listening to me. But anyway, it's an important update nonetheless because um, uh, some of you will remember that a few weeks ago I did a quick survey of the membership, just asking for ideas on how to improve it, and I got some really good feedback. Um, and there was a mix of suggestions and ideas that came in, and then I also combined them with some of my thoughts too, because my at the moment my biggest challenge, I guess, with this part of the RTM membership is admin and management. And at the moment, it's done in quite a what do you call it? Old-fashioned way. I run it through email, and then we have Zoom links. I have no idea of knowing who's turning up on any one meeting. You have no way of registering. So we're basically just going on a mix of trust and hope that, people will turn up, and generally people do turn up, which is incredible when you think about it. We're nearly, I think, a year and a half into this part of the membership. So part of my kind of need for wanting to change things was out of my own need for being able to have it in a more systematic way, a lower kind of effort way from my perspective in terms of the admin, and also a way in which it can be scaled more. So at the moment, because I have no way of understanding who's going to come, there's no way I can scale it either, because how could I if I don't know the who's turning up? Anyway, I've recently joined a community of people like me who run kind of online education businesses, and that community is run through this platform called Circle. And I've known about Circle for a while. I tried it out a couple of times before. I even thought about using it in the early days of when real-time Mandarin was still called Slow Chinese, but I decided not to because it was just adding one extra thing. So I decided not to, but I've decided to give this a go over the next, well, particularly over the next 2 weeks, but into the next quarterly kind of program as well. And at the very least, it's going to make everyone's lives a lot easier, especially mine, because at the start of the quarter, I don't have to work out all the different times and different time zones. Because do you know how hard that is, especially when you're going into summer and winter time? It's almost impossible because the US changes a week later than the UK and Europe. Australia and New Zealand change at a different time, and it's a mess. So I think purely my kind of minimal expectations of this are it will be really helpful just because it will save me a load of time. I don't think it will add any time on your end, and actually, it will make it really easy to have a much better experience with the speaking sprint experience. So I'm just going to do a quick tour of what this looks like. We can do any questions online now. In the chat group, I'm going to share a link with you, and I'd love to know if you can access it. I'd like to just try it online right now. And then that's basically it. So this should be like a 10-20 minute session. Oh, here's Frank. Frank's turning up. Right. So this is basically it. I'll quickly put the link in this in the chat here. Now, I don't think you'll be able to access this because this is a closed link. So I need to send you a different link. So don't open that link yet. Hold back your curiosity. So this will be the kind of new place where RTM speaking sprints take place, starting from this week into the next quarter. That will be what I would describe as a pilot period, during which I will still use Substack emails as a kind of transition. But basically, I'm hoping we can quickly enter into this space to, at the very least, do what you're already doing. So receiving the information for the weekly conversations, finding out where the times for the meetups every week, and also getting the word list at the end of the after the session as well. Okay, so basically every week there are two interactions that will remain the same, but they'll be here rather than via the Substack system. So basically, you'll get a note on Wednesday with the briefing, and then you'll get a post kind of meeting note as well with all the things. Right. So in a sec, when I share the link with you, it will send you to this place here. Start here. Okay. And so it's basically that's a quick video tour from me, and then you've got three very short tutorials to explain how to, do the three actions. You've got three actions: complete your profile, introduce yourself, which is there, and then kind of register for sessions. So that's the information there. So when you first join, you'll go there, you'll watch those 2 or 3 minutes of videos, and then you'll take action. These three actions: complete your profile, introduce yourself, go and RSVP for events. Okay, and introduce yourself. This is basically where everyone can say hi against this kind of a certain framework that I've set. I might adjust this slightly, but it's basically somewhere where if you're new, you can kind of introduce yourself and say who you are. If you're an old timer or a medium timer, then your self intro will be somewhere in the archive there. But again, it will be traceable. It will be kind of in that feed. Again, this will be really helpful because you'll get to know people that are in your time zone, perhaps even in your country, similar level to you, similar interests. Um, okay, announcements. That's just what it is, what it says on the tin. Um, okay, member directory. So again, when you come on board, you'll be filling out your kind of, I'll show you here, for example, the kind of set fields. So, short intro, email, a LinkedIn profile or whatever. Again, it's just a way for there to be more interaction and communication between members, but within this platform. So you don't share anything you're not comfortable with sharing. But it's potentially a way that you can have, if you want, meet more people within the group. Snow, for some reason, there's no need to respond now, but for some reason, your profile doesn't show up there, but it does show up here. Very strange. I think there's a setting um, on your profile that maybe you've made it not visible in the member directory. Okay, so this here is let's call it the get started chunk. Okay, so you're onboarded, you introduce yourself, you register in the member directory. Okay, that's basically, you've done that. Next, the whole purpose of being here in the first place is to attend the weekly sessions. Okay, so these are the main bits that you will be using on a weekly basis. This to me is a thing of beauty because what used to take me hours to work out all the different time zones, and I will have to get Zoe to check because Zoe's better than me at doing these things. It's now all automatic. So for the next quarter, you can see all of the sessions, and you literally just click. Well, obviously, I already RSVP'd here, right? But you just click RSVP. Okay, you get a notification to your email address, and then it goes into your diary, and it's there, including the link. So Frank, I know you're online now. So at the moment, look, then you click and you can add to calendar. It's fantastic. I set the agenda there. Okay, so this is very user friendly. At the moment, the Zoom link in this is Frank's Zoom link. So there's no change on your user experience end. You still use the same Zoom link as you did before. It's the same format. It's the same time and everything. There's no change other than the archive of all the information is now here. And so now, at the start of the month or start of the quarter, you can review the sessions of that month or that quarter, and then you can plan ahead. You can stick them in your diary. I know you're coming. Frank and whoever else is hosting, so Snow, for example, we know you're coming. So then we can plan to say, okay, well, this month we got 15 people coming. We need 3 people. We need 3 moderators. This week we've got 3 coming, so we only need 1. So this is the main kind of feature. This is the main function that I'm really excited about. Well, in fact, one of the two main things that I'm really excited about. Okay, so that's the calendar. Main point one. Main point two. The look at that. This is fantastic. There is snow. Who knew that she was a kind of a broadcast expert in doing these kind of short videos. So one of the things that came back in the feedback survey is, wouldn't it be great if you could also send audio for our discussion questions? Obviously, we got the discussion questions there. So then I said, well, let's do one better and do video. And then Snow said, let's do one better. And then we're going to do a full-on kind of short, intro in video to kind of set the scene. So it's now a much more dynamic and kind of immersive experience. So you'll get this on the Wednesday as normal. And what will happen is it's published here and you get a notification in the app and on your email that it's up. Okay, then you just go in. Everything else is the same. Okay, so you get the links to the RTM content there. You got the three discussion questions. Done you for your benefit because you're kind of this is your first time to join. So the first question is always the same. Yeah, just it's kind of eases you into the topic for talking about the vocab, what was difficult, what was interesting, what was new, and then the other two questions are the kind of key discussion pieces. Right, I'm going to go on to. Let's see if this will work. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Hello，
Can you hear
大家好，
Snow?
欢迎大家参加第77的 Speaking Session。本期我们的话题是 AI 芯片制造商寒武纪市值短期超越茅台，取代茅台成为 A 股新股，这不仅体现了 AI 芯片国产替代化的。
So anyway, look, I think that's fantastic. Joel, if that hasn't got you over the line, I don't know what will.
Oh, you got me 10 minutes ago.
Okay, so the great thing about this platform is, and the thinking behind this, I'm just trying to keep this as simple as possible. All I'm trying to do here is reduce your admin and my admin. That's it. I'm not doing anything fancy. But then I just couldn't stop myself, and we decided to do that, which is a bit fancy. But again, it's also I think it really improves your experience on the user end. So basically every Wednesday you'll get that in the feed. The format will be the same, date, speaking session number, so you can cross-reference with the calendar. Speaking session, it's all numbered and kind of coded very simply. The last part is the word list. So at the moment, we put the word list out on the Substack app in the chat, but I'm not happy with that. It's just not good enough. I don't even get a notification when it's published, and I'm fairly sure if I don't, then probably you don't either. So this is the same as normal, but it's now in here, not on the Substack app. So again, Dunya and anyone else that's watching this, during the sessions, new vocab comes up. We take a note and then we publish an additional word list after. Previously, we did that in the Substack app, but it's of limited use. So now again, this is in here, and you'll find that in the word list space. These things are called spaces. And so basically now you'll have an archive of, session 70, 71, 72 with the word list. So you can go back through the archive much easier. Something else that someone flagged in the survey was, wouldn't it be great if I could ask a question if I can't attend? And again, this solves that problem. So if you have a question about vocab, if whether you can attend or can't attend, it doesn't matter. Ask the question here. All you need to do is click create a post. You give it an easy title, so session 70 question, for example, and then you put your question in there and post it. And then we'd all get a notification on our side, and then we can either prepare for that question in the session, or we can respond to you on in the post itself. Okay, so that's basically it. Now, go back to the start here. So this platform is basically like a private social media feed where everything is there is kind of a general feed where everything flags up as well. So as more content comes in, it will all come into here. So this is where you will generally look for information. But if you're looking for specific information, you'll go to the calendar, the pre-reads, or the word list. And then, of course, also quite cool is, hopefully we can have far more engagement within the group of people via the member directory. Obviously, you can DM people. You can have there is an app that you can download, which is free, desktop or mobile app. It's very user friendly. I wouldn't even think about doing this if it wasn't user friendly, because the last thing anyone wants, including me, is yet another app to deal with. But this is so far so good in my experience. And as I said, I'm using this as a user in another community, and I think it's fantastic. I mean, literally just that RSVP thing, it had me. It's fantastic. Okay. Right. So that's basically all I wanted to say. It's literally just a quick 15-minute chat. Um, we can do Q&A. I'll probably keep sharing screen in case any of you have specific questions about this site. But does anybody have any questions, or have I done a 10 out of 10 job of explaining it?
You did a great job of explaining it, but I have questions anyway.
Sure.
Uh,
Fire away.
the first thing is just to mention, and I know you know this, that the meeting that we had 2 days ago on Friday, there were only three people there, Julian and I
Yeah.
and Diana.
Okay.
And so that was a good example of how management is going to be a lot better this time
Mm.
uh, on that score. Um, you mentioned the post-meeting vocabulary list,
Yeah.
and it never even occurred to me that all of the things that were put in the chat by the moderators
Yeah.
might end up being preserved somewhere because I was wondering where do they go after the meeting
Yeah.
is over, but apparently they were there all the time. I just didn't know
They
that.
are. Yeah.
But this will make it a lot simpler. I love the idea of the video questions in advance. That was one of the requests that I made, that there's not.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So that's
Good.
that's really good. And then finally, just one thing about the scheduling part of this app. Since I'm one of the American people, and there have been these separate sessions for
Yes.
people in North America, how do you envision managing that part of it?
Okay, yep. So I haven't put those in there yet, Joel, but I will. And basically, it will just be I will code these. So I'll give it a different visual kind of marker so it's clear what it is.
Mhm.
So it will basically be these are the kind of standard meetups, and then there will be the US club meetups, which where is it? So on, let's say, for example, this one on October the 18th, that's 10 a.m. UK time. So that's obviously late night US. So there'll just be another meeting here in this calendar, which is specifically for US based people. So that will be in it. It's not in there yet, but it will be.
Okay.
Joel, to be honest, my hope is because I'm doing another big, well, not big, but I'm doing another kind of let's call it push to invite more people in for the next quarter. If I can get just a few more people in, I'll be able to then split it out, so we don't have to rotate across three time zones. We can maybe do two time zones, but then double up. So you kind of if you're late night US, you also have like early afternoon or something like that. But there's just not quite the numbers there yet, and that I really hope that I can get to that stage sooner rather than later.
Mhm.
But yeah, my hope is that we can get it to that level and then not have to rotate in the way that we currently do it.
I had one more question just for
Yeah.
clarity. Did I hear you correctly that this new app and all of the parts of it are starting right away? So the next, this current cycle this week already uses this app and so on.
Yeah, so we did it as a trial for the week just gone. So if you look here, right, this is last week's.
Hmm.
Okay. So I just did it as a trial to see if it will work, and it seems to work great. So from this week, so from Wednesday, I will transition. I will basically use both over the next 2 weeks because I
Hmm.
also don't want to mess people around and then suddenly disappear from their inbox. So for the next 2 weeks, I'll do both Substack mail out as normal, but then we'll also do it on here. And I'm going to do my very best to try and get everyone who's within the kind of the pro group to onboard into this platform. And then, yeah, then hopefully by the start of the next quarter, we'll then move across properly onto this.
Great.
Does that make sense? Good. Any more questions?
Yeah, I have two questions as well.
Tanya, fire away.
So the pre-reads and the word lists are coming out on the same day, on
Uh,
Wednesday.
no, so these ones are slightly different because we did these in the past. So just this as an experiment. So the pre-reads come out on Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
So as you know, so we publish the main newsletter on Saturday,
Mm-hmm.
the intermediate on Sunday, the fluent one also comes out on Saturday, and then the conversations on Wednesday. So our kind of publishing schedule is every week you've got 4 pieces of content which come out between Saturday and Wednesday that you can choose from.
Mm-hmm.
And then on when that week's content is all available, we then publish the pre-read post here. And that kind of um, puts all the reading into one place. Okay, so it's
Mm-hmm.
easy to find. And then it sets the discussion questions. So the live sessions are based around these 3 discussion questions. So roughly speaking, 15 minutes per question within the group. So then basically what you've got is you have a week to prepare from when you first read about the story in the Saturday newsletter. And then on the Wednesday, you get the discussion questions and all the content in one place. So then you've got 3 or 4 days to prepare based on that. And then the word list that comes out after the session. So I think Snow published
Okay.
that yesterday, and this was like Friday night, late Friday night UK time. Sorry, Saturday early morning. So yeah, that comes out after the session, and then that's just there. So if you were there, it's just put it all in one place. If you weren't there, you can just kind of review it and see what you missed. Also, there's the opportunity here. Let's say, for example, Dunya, say if you didn't attend the last session, but you saw this word list, and let's say you had a question about, oh, what's that? Then you can comment
Mm-hmm.
here, yeah, and ask a question.
Clear.
Does that make sense?
And yeah. And in terms of confirming our participation, so how many days in advance do you expect us to do that?
No restriction at all. As I said at the start, at the moment, I have no way of confirming who's coming. So even if you just confirm an hour before you arrive, that is still better than what I currently have. Um, I mean, for me, this is so easy to do. I would literally just go in there and kind of put them all in my diary. And then if I can't attend one, I'll then reject it closer to the time. That's probably how I would do it. Unless I know that I can't attend one particular session, but I mean, it's just all there for the whole quarter.
Okay.
Yeah. But ideally, it would be great if you could confirm your attendance when you do intend to be there, because then we can then plan better on our side. Does that make sense?
Yeah, thank you.
Great.
All
Okay.
clear.
Any more questions?
You mute your mic.
Oh, Julian, I think you're muted. You're still muted. You're muted.
Oh gosh, well,
There you are.
I haven't said much anyway, so no, I was just curious what the numbering system you have. Dialogue 240 is speaking session 70. I'm just curious why you've got two numbering systems in here.
Oh.
But there's no way to avoid that, I guess.
No, well, I could. It's a great question. I have thought about matching the numbers up. Maybe I should do that.
Well, it's not. We get used to it, right?
Yeah, I know, but it's a good point. So the reason why it's number 70 is it's the 70th session. So we started doing this, a year and a half ago. But we're talking about newsletter number 240.
I see. So that went on before sessions.
Correct.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But,
Okay,
but
that makes
maybe I
sense.
should just align them. I think you make a really good point there, Julian. Maybe I should just.
Well, as I say, we get used to it. At first, it kind of knocked me off a little bit,
Yeah.
but now we're used to it.
Okay. Right.
So it
Quick
depends how
show of
much work.
hands. What do you think? Shall I change so it's just one number per week?
The only thing is, I mean, if for anybody who's starting now, that would be better. And I'm not
Mhm.
a newcomer, but I'm not an old timer either.
Yeah.
And I like the idea of being able to go back into the archives and seeing things that happened before.
Yeah.
And if you take things
Yeah.
from the past and everything is realigned, then it's harder to find stuff from the past.
Mm,
I
yeah.
don't know.
All right. Okay. Well, I'm not going to go and change the whole archive.
Yeah.
Uh, However, in here, because I mean, yeah, okay. Julian, it's a really good question. It was a hard question asked well. Let me
Well, I
think. I'll
appreciate
think
that.
about that. Yeah. Any more questions?
No.
No?
No.
So just remind us, how does it begin?
Right.
What
Okay.
happens? What's the first thing that we're going to get
All right.
to show us we're in the
Let's
new system?
right. Let's try this. Here's one I prepared earlier.
Mm.
Right. Okay. I would love to know if you're able to click that link. I would love to know what happens. In theory, that invite link, you'll click on that, and then you should have a pop-up that says join this community. And then you put your name and your email address and some other stuff. Could you just try that out online now? Let's do like a live test.
I had it before and now I can't seem to even. You're talking about clicking on the chat
Yeah,
icon.
so the chat, I've just shared the new link, that link there. That is like a unique
Ah,
invite link.
okay. All
Yeah.
right. I'll try clicking
I
on
would
it.
love to know if that works.
It's coming,
Okay.
I mean, for me, it asks me to
loading.
register first.
There it
Uh,
is. Full
uh,
name,
Okay.
what I
email,
get,
password.
yeah, what I get is a screen that says join real-time Mandarin and
Yeah.
some just to put in my name, email, and password.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what
Let's
you're
try
Why,
talking.
again.
can you go ahead and do it? Give it a go.
Okay.
Yeah, great.
Yeah, but it enters.
Yeah.
And
Okay. So,
Oh,
but
what about password? Is this a new password?
um,
Yeah.
I think it should be. Yeah.
we have to create a
I mean, if
password,
you're a
right?
first-time user, then a new
Yeah. I
password.
guess you. Yes.
So we're talking about a new. I don't even remember if there is a password for real-time Mandarin that I
No, it's
ever.
this, but this is where I think it might be difficult. This is completely separate to the real-time Mandarin thing over there. This is like
Mhm.
a new thing. So just maybe give it an easy password,
Okay.
just so you remember it.
Okay.
Well, I just finished it. I don't know if you have.
Okay.
I can't enter a password for some reason. Let's see. Oh, okay, there it is. I see. Other
Okay,
I have to
then.
go through this.
I mean, but now, I mean, I have loads of things that I still need to
Okay.
fill in, including like the photo locations, like a lot of
Okay.
things
Can you
that
skip
I
that?
could. Let me check. Maybe continue.
Yeah, you can skip the photo.
You can skip that.
Yeah, and now I'm in the real
Oh,
Mandarin
There we
platform.
go.
Yeah.
okay. So you should see me now.
Yeah, there you are, Joel Hoffman.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Okay.
Right. Okay, so you're in there. That's great.
Yeah, me too.
Okay. And so how was that experience? So the password was a bit confusing.
Otherwise, it's
It's pretty straightforward.
pretty
Oh,
straightforward.
the only thing that's a little bit unlike everything else is that normally when you put in a new password, you have to confirm the password, etc. This
Yeah.
one, it looks a little odd that you just make up a password, put it in, and it works. But other
Yeah.
than that, yeah, I mean, it's fine.
Okay. All right. Well, this is good for kind of on like a live testing of the things. So, but that's really helpful. Right. So, welcome to the club. You're in there. Um, okay. So that's great. Right.
Oh, I see. We're already there. Yeah.
So, and Joel, did you? when you came in, did you land on this page, the Start Here page?
No. Well, you mean when I clicked on your link, I
Yeah.
just got the same page I think that everybody else
Right.
did. It's
Yeah.
just yeah, I had to put in my name and password
Okay.
and email, but
And then you should arrive here at this Start Here.
Yeah.
I
You're
didn't go
there.
any further. So let me
Start
see.
here, yeah.
Yes, yes, yes,
Okay.
I've got
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
part of it.
Fantastic. Okay. Great. All right. Well, that is good news.
Yep.
Forgot
Right.
my
It's
password.
you got to remember your password.
Have to redo it. I think I know it, but
So when I log in Circle on my end, it allows me to log in with my Gmail. And then you just do the Gmail login thing. But for some reason that wasn't available there, was it?
no.
Right. Okay. I need to just double check that on my end. But anyway, now you're in, so it's fine. Um, right. Okay. I'm going to stop sharing screen. Okay. Any more questions?
Not a question, but just to let you know, Andrew, that yes, I would love to be part of this next quarter, but since we have this 1 month thing that's
Yeah,
a
no,
little
just keep going, and then
yeah,
we'll sort
I'll
it out.
send you an email about what my thought is to how to deal with that.
Sure. Okay. No problem. Okay. All right. Well, great to see you. Thanks for coming and taking time out on your Sunday. Hopefully it was clear, and I hope you're as excited as I am. I think just literally that video thing every week is great, isn't it?
It's a big improvement. Yeah.
Big improvement. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Any more? Frank, you okay there? Yeah. Yeah, you're muted.
I was looking at the other screen. I have two screens.
Okay. Are you in there as well?
Yeah.
Great.
Not yet. I'm trying to log in.
Okay.
I
You might have a
to-
firewall problem.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I got a
Right.
VPN. No worries.
Okay. Anyway, great.
I just have to say one obvious thing, which is it is super weird to hear all you guys speaking English.
First time.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
I'm finished. Unless anyone else has any more questions, I'll finish that there. And then, yeah, I'll send out a note to via the Substack thing. And then from this week onwards, you will get notifications via the Circle thing. I strongly recommend downloading the Circle app. It's very easy to use. It's excellent.
Circle app. Okay.
Very elegant, and it's free. And then, yeah, this next 2 weeks will be a trial, and then full kind of pilot from October in terms of using it for the next quarter.
Excellent.
All right. All right, Don, you're great. Thank you for coming. Yeah, and see you soon, everybody. All right.
Okay.
Bye. All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
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 Bye.